Okay guys, this is a follow-up to my video about the hop challenge. A couple of you had some questions that I feel like I should address. It might be a little too early to address these, but I'm going to go ahead and do it now. Right now we have 6 people who are officially in. SJ Poor, me, Jake CPU Nut, Billy Bob Dick, Stumpy Joe Jr., and Dorf 68. So there's 6 of us. There's still 2 or 3 guys who are still maybes. And of course there's, the video was just put up not even 2 days ago, so there's still a chance for a few more. I think 10 to 12 would be a good number. Since we have to send bottles to everybody, you don't want it to be too large, but at the same time we want to try as many hops. As long as we're doing this, we want to get as much exposure to all the different kinds of hops as we can. But the question arose from Jake CPU Nut. He asked about mash temperatures and things like that. Forgot to mention that. Obviously, since we're not brewing it together, we're going to have little differences in terms of fermenting temperatures, and the water profile that we're using is going to be different and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, it's going to be a little bit different. It's not going to be a 100% pure experiment of just hops, because you're going to have those other variables. But we want to try to control them as much as possible. So, for mash temperatures, try to get as close as you can to 152 for 60 minutes. That'll be our mash temperature. That'll hopefully everyone that's doing all grain can kind of have around the same mash temp. Water profile, like I said, we're all in different parts of the country. There's no point even, that would just be too complicated trying to figure that out and all that good stuff. So just if the water's good enough to drink, then it's good enough to brew with. So use that. And then as far as fermentation temperatures go, I know not everyone has the ability to control the temperature. So if you can control your temperature, ferment at 68 degrees. If you can't, don't worry about it. As long as the temperature doesn't get above like 76 or 77 degrees, it probably won't make that much of a difference. Once you start getting way above room temperature is when you get the fruity esters and things like that. So if you can, 68. If not, don't worry about it. Primary and secondary if you can, because we want to dry hop in the secondary. So secondary will help condition and clarify the beer as well as for the dry hopping. So now we obviously don't have to do it all the same, but what I'm doing is I'm going to do about a week in the primary at 68 degrees, and then I'm going to do 2 weeks in secondary, dry hopping for 2 weeks. So that's what I'm doing. Try to stay as close as you can to that. Like I said, don't go out of your way to don't freak out if you can't do some of this stuff. It's not that big of a deal, but like I said, I did have the question, so I thought I would address it. If you can do that, then that's even better, because we'll be even more close to one another, and we can truly see what the hops are bringing to the table, as opposed to esters or mash temps or anything like that. That could be another experiment later on down the road or something. Alright guys, so once again, if you want to join, it's still not too late. No one started brewing yet, so make sure you post in this comment in this video now if you want the other ones getting kind of filled up. Like I said, there's 6 of us right now. The hops that are taken right now are Amarillo, East Kent Goldings, Chinook, Warrior, Cascade, and Stumpy Joe. I don't think you've told me yet, so Stumpy Joe hasn't picked his hop, but those are the 5 that are taken. So as long as you don't do one of those, we're good. Yeah, join in. It's gonna be fun. Okay guys, a lot's happened in the last 24 hours. I got a lot of people that all of a sudden wanted to join this thing. So I recorded the update video that you just saw yesterday, but then all this happened. So this is an update to the update. Basically, a lot more people have joined and a lot more hops are taken. And I have a few additional questions that have been asked that I want to answer on this video. So first things first, letting you know who all is in this and which hops are taken, in case you're still wanting to join. Right now we have 12 people, possibly 10 people for sure. 10 for sure, 12 possibly. What's taken so far is Amarillo, East Kent Goldings, Warrior, Chinook, Cascade, Columbus, Sterling, Cluster, Galena, and Centennial. Possibly Centennial. That's one of the people who's deciding on whether they want to do it. If I'm pronouncing this properly, Hitau, Hitau. That you're the guy who said you might want to do Centennial, but it depended on time frame and if you had to make a video and all that stuff. Let me address your question first. You don't have to make a video. That's kind of the point of this, is so we can all get feedback on our beers. Like if we send you beers, most people want to see people drinking them and give them feedback. So it'd really be nice if you could do that, but no, it's not a requirement technically. But be quiet. But it would really be nice if you could. Also, a lot of people record their brew day as well and show them brewing the beer. I know SJ Pour, me, Dorf, a lot of people are going to do that. So, point is, no, you don't have to, but it'd be nice if you did. Second question I got from a bunch of people was time frame. Time frame really doesn't, it's not a set thing in stone. For instance, the SJ Pour challenge, I mean, there's people, I think Glitch777, I think you were just finishing your beer not even a couple weeks ago from that. So like, there's no time frame. But if you want me to give you a window of ideal time that we would be doing this, I would assume everyone would be brewing this beer within the next week. So today's the 25th of August, so by next weekend, 3rd, 4th of September. So if you brewed it on the 4th of September, it'd take about 3 weeks to brew, because I mean, this is just based on what I do. I do a 1 week primary and 2 weeks in secondary for the dry hopping. So let's say that September 4th is the last day you would brew. 1 week from there, and then 2 weeks, that would be the 25th, and then you have bottle conditioning for, let's say, 2 weeks, just to be safe. So that's October 9th is when it would be done. And then, of course, you have the transferring of beers, you know, mailing it to everyone and all that kind of stuff will take a while. So mid-October, somewhere around there. I may be out of town. I have a lot of business trips coming up, but like I said, it's not a set thing. But if you want me to say a date, I'd say mid-October would be when you want the beer to be at the destination. But like I said, it's not a big deal. Third question is sending all these beers around. There's two options. One is you brew your beer and you send it to however, you know, 1 bottle or 2 bottles, however many you want to send to every person in the competition. Right now there's 12 people, so that means you'd have to mail out 12 different bottles. Option number 2, that's kind of annoying, I realize that. Option number 2 is taking volunteers, people who don't mind mailing out stuff like that. Basically, like for instance, let's say I and one other person volunteered to be the mailers. What you would do is you would send, everyone would send their beers to me and that other person. So okay, let me make it easier. Let's say it's just me. You'd send all your beers to me and I would divide them up and send them. Okay, so only one person is only having to send it to 12 people as opposed to everyone. Like I said, if we split that up, if we have volunteers, 2 or 3 people want to volunteer for that, then it'll make it cheaper on the person. Like I said, I'll do that since it's my competition or my experiment. I don't mind doing that. But if anyone wants to help me out, that'd be greatly appreciated. So if someone helped me out, basically you'd send half your beers to the one person, to me, and half the beers to the other person, and they would divide them up and send them to the appropriate people. Or if there was 3 people, then you'd send a third of your beers, you know, etc. So let me know if you're willing to do that, anyone. So that's that. All the other questions I think were addressed in the previous part of this video. So like I said, there's 12 people: Hokie Homebrew, me, SJ Pour, Billy Bob Dick, Jake CPU Nut, Stumpy Joe Jr. You still haven't gotten back to me about your hop. You said you were going to do it, but you haven't given me a hop, so let me know. Dwarf 68. Dwarf, I saw your recipe. Are you going to add crystal malt to that at all? I know you're doing extract, so it's a little different. I didn't know if the dry malt extract you're using has crystal in it or what, but let me know about that. SKB hops, I guess that's how you say it. D Tadpole, Broken a CRJ, iBinker, you requested Columbus and so did SKB hops. I got his first, so iBinker, if you can pick something else. If not, if you're totally set on Columbus, talk to SKB hops and see if he wants to switch. If not, talk to me and we'll figure something out. But we definitely want you to join. So don't jump out just because you can't use Columbus. We'll figure something out. Yambor 44 and Haital, whatever your name is, I can't pronounce it. So, alright. There'll probably be some more update videos as we go along, as we figure out more stuff. But anyways, if you have any more questions, comments, or anything like that about the experiment, put them in this video as opposed to the original. The original is getting kind of flooded with comments now. It's hard to keep track. So we're going to start fresh on this one. So comment here. If you want to join, still time to join, so comment here.